We hear a lot about self-love these days, but what does it really mean? Is it just a modern excuse for indulgence, or is it something deeper? A necessity, even a duty. Many worry that self-love is selfish, that it means always putting ourselves first. But what if self-love is actually a responsibility? A duty to understand, nurture, and accept ourselves? If we want to be good to others, don't we need to be good to ourselves first? Philosophers have debated this for centuries. Not as pampering, but as a fundamental question. How do we treat ourselves day to day, with harshness or with understanding? Are we projects to be perfected or beings worthy of care right now? This isn't about trends, it's a timeless human concern. We'll explore how thinkers past and present have viewed this intimate relationship with ourselves. Maybe, in their wisdom, we'll find clarity, and a gentler, stronger way to live with who we are. A way that feels less like selfishness and more like quiet strength. Self-love might seem like a modern trend, a response to today's pressures, but the idea is ancient, rooted in the philosophies of Greece, Rome, and beyond. For those thinkers, our relationship with ourselves was central to a good life. They didn't call it self-care, but the essence was the same. How should we live well with ourselves? This was a serious philosophical question, not a passing fad. Ancient philosophers faced disappointment, suffering, and imperfection, just as we do. Their answer included cultivating inner strength and resilience. Self-love wasn't about ignoring the world, but about building a healthy relationship with our own mind and character. When we talk about self-love today, we're joining a conversation that's thousands of years old. We're rediscovering ancient wisdom in new words. The specifics of life change, but the need to care for ourselves remains. This isn't trivial, it's a profound human endeavor. Self-love is a thread running through history, explored by great minds for millennia. It's not about escaping life's challenges, but about meeting them with wisdom. We're not inventing self-love, we're remembering it. And in doing so, we honor a timeless pursuit. Socrates famously urged, "Know thyself." For him, self-understanding was the start of wisdom, and of true self-love. Why? Because if we don't know our own thoughts and beliefs, how can we care for ourselves meaningfully? Socratic self-love isn't blind affection or unthinking acceptance. It's a love born from honest self-reflection. This means looking at our strengths and our weaknesses, our patterns and prejudices. Sometimes what we see isn't easy to accept, but only by seeing ourselves clearly can we grow. Self-love, in this view, is an act of courage. It's asking, who am I really? What do I value? How do I respond to life? Without self-knowledge, self-love is shallow, based on illusion. But when grounded in understanding, it's robust and steady. Socrates believed this was the foundation for a good life. Self-love starts with the courage to look within. It's not always comfortable, but it's essential. And it's the first step on the journey to genuine self-care. Aristotle took self-love further, connecting it to virtue and flourishing, what he called eudaimonia. For Aristotle, true self-love wasn't about indulging desires or selfishness, it was about striving to be the best version of ourselves. He distinguished between blameworthy self-love, chasing pleasure, money, or honor, and praiseworthy self-love, which is rooted in virtue. The virtuous person seeks what is truly good: justice, courage, temperance, wisdom. Loving ourselves means making choices that foster growth and excellence. It's an active process, not passive acceptance. The person who loves themselves properly wants what is truly good, a life of virtue. This benefits not just the individual but the community. Virtuous self-love makes us better friends, citizens, and human beings. It's not at odds with loving others, it's the foundation for it. Aristotle saw self-love as a dynamic striving, not a static state. It's about developing our noblest capacities. In doing so, we make the world a little better. Self-love, for Aristotle, is a lifelong pursuit. It's demanding, but deeply rewarding, and it's the heart of a flourishing life. Immanuel Kant offered a different perspective, one centered on dignity. For Kant, every person has intrinsic worth simply by being rational beings. This worth isn't earned, it's inherent. Self-love, in Kant's view, means recognizing and respecting our own dignity. We have duties to ourselves, to preserve our rational nature, to not debase ourselves, to not let our talents waste. Loving ourselves is upholding our humanity. Even when we fail, our fundamental dignity remains. Self-love isn't about feeling good all the time, it's about treating ourselves with respect. It's a stable foundation for self-esteem, not shaken by external events. Kant saw self-love as a moral imperative, a duty to honor our own value. This isn't arrogance but a sober acknowledgement of our worth. By respecting ourselves, we're better able to respect others. Kantian self-love affirms our shared human status. It's a powerful antidote to self-criticism and doubt. Existentialist philosophers like Sartre and de Beauvoir brought a new twist to self-love. For them, life has no preset meaning. We must create it ourselves. We are condemned to be free, radically responsible for our choices. Self-love here means embracing that freedom and responsibility. It's about having the courage to define ourselves and live authentically. This isn't easy. It means facing anxiety, mortality, and the absurdity of existence. But self-love isn't about escape. It's about honest self-acceptance, flaws and all. We are always becoming, always in the process of self-creation. Self-love is embracing this project, daring to change and grow. It's choosing who we want to be and striving to live that out. Existential self-love is compassionate self-discipline, not self-loathing. It's about finding meaning in our own experience, not seeking external validation. We value our unique way of being, listening to our inner voice. It's a courageous embrace of our journey, accepting responsibility for our lives. This is the liberating call of existential self-love. It's crucial to distinguish healthy self-love from narcissism. Narcissism is an inflated sense of self-importance, rooted in insecurity and a need for admiration. True self-love isn't grandiose, it's stable, compassionate, and realistic. Psychoanalyst Erich Fromm said self-love is like the love we should have for any human: care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. Selfishness and self-love are opposites. The selfish person loves themselves too little, not too much. Healthy self-love builds resilience and maturity. It lets us acknowledge strengths without arrogance and accept weaknesses without self-loathing. It's about nurturing ourselves with discipline and kindness. True self-care isn't indulgence. It's making choices for our long-term well-being. Narcissism seeks constant validation. Self-love provides inner strength. With self-love, we're more generous and empathetic to others. Understanding this difference is vital. It lets us pursue genuine self-care without fear of selfishness. Self-love is a source of strength, not a mask for insecurity. It's a love that benefits both ourselves and the world. How do we practice philosophical self-love every day? Start with awareness. Know thyself, as Socrates urged. Take moments for reflection. Notice your thoughts and feelings without harsh judgment. Speak to yourself with kindness. Your inner voice matters. Set healthy boundaries. Say no to what drains you. Protect your time and energy. It's self-respect, not selfishness. Choose activities and relationships that nourish you. Embrace growth, as Aristotle suggested. Learn from mistakes. See challenges as opportunities. Set small, meaningful goals and celebrate progress. Remember Kant's dignity and the existential call to responsibility. Treat yourself with respect, forgive your errors, and own your choices. Self-love is an ongoing practice, not a destination. It's a deep friendship with yourself. As this relationship grows, it radiates outward. A life lived with self-love allows us to love others more fully. It's the quiet foundation of a good and meaningful life.